Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Die Polly.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Sie krempelt die Ärmel hoch. Alter, was ist
Is
denn das für ein
everything all
Tisch?
right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
I'm hoping my cooking will bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
Ja, das könnte
What's
an den
that?
Zombies draußen liegen, dass keiner kommt.
The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me.
Was?
So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you. And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face, what happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my, well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town?
Ja.
Say, Polly, what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
The clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Von den
Yes,
Geschäften hier.
actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store. The couple who run it are a unique pair. I'm sure you'll get to like them. The A&G Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
Das ist sehr viel Milch für so einen kleinen Kaffee.
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails.
Now then, let's get going.
FK? Wofür steht FK? Okay, wir sind jetzt ausgeschlafen. Wir haben keinen Hunger mehr. Es geht uns also gut. Alter, was für ein Tisch. Er hat etwas vergessen. Das bekomme ich als Nachricht, wenn ich auf die Tür gehe. Ich habe etwas vergessen. Das sollte ja nicht rein. Hier, glaube ich, kann er sich noch einen Kaffee holen, oder? Ja. Kaffee, okay, brauche ich aber jetzt nicht. Er hat ja schon einen getrunken. Okay, das heißt, jetzt soll man einfach rausgehen. Und da ist die Polly. So, soll ich mit... Ich rede mal mit der Polly, mal schauen, was man hier noch...
Hi.
Okay, okay, sie verkauft einfach Sachen. Kaffee, Stabilisator, Zigarette, Lutscher, Cracker, Donut, Käse, ein Köder, also zum Angeln. Oh, okay, man kann angeln gehen auch. Mr. Morgan. Mr. Morgan erinnert mich immer irgendwie an Dexter. Weil er auch Morgan hieß, Dexter Morgan. Und wenn hier so ein Polizist da ist und das war's, und der wird mit Mr. Morgan benannt, dann muss ich immer an Dexter Morgan denken. Möchtest du speichern? Ja, das möchte ich bitte.
A police car.
Oh, darf ich den haben? Okay, der Sheriff George hat mich
So we
eingeladen.
have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin. I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values.
Ja, es gibt wahrscheinlich einfach zu wenig Menschen
This
in diesem
town has what
Ort.
the country needs. Values.
Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Okay, Scheinwerfer. Mit X reden? Was heißt reden? Mit dem Auto oder? Handbremse, Beschleunigung, Turbo, Bremse, Hupen, Scheibenwischer aus, links blinken, rechts blinken. Okay, ich weiß aber nicht, ob man sich an die Verkehrsgesetze halten muss hier, das weiß ich nicht. Ich glaube aber nicht. Kann ich Kann ich... Das ist die Sicht, aus der ich fahre. Kann ich nicht irgendwie... Hoppala. Außenperspektive. Okay. Okay. Jetzt einfach wieder aussteigen.
Zach, is there
Okay.
something here that you want to check out?
We're supposed to go through Anna Graham's file at the sheriff's office, but if you want to act on a hunch, then I'm with you.
Aha, auf einmal redet Zack. Sind das also doch zwei verschiedene Personen? Hm. Ja, ich glaube, ich muss da nach rechts. Aber ich muss ehrlich sagen, so eine Außenperspektive wäre mir schon lieber. Aber naja, man nimmt, was man bekommen kann. Und welche Taste wird schnell nochmal das Reden? Da.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays.
You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and visual appliances were coming out back then.
Oh.
Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record one of the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Filmed in 1978.
Ich glaube, den Film gibt es wirklich.
Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in 95. The 87-minute long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it.
I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together.
I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
Hier sind wir in der Stadt und man sieht auf der Minimap verschiedene Symbole. Was man alles machen kann, und da gibt es schon einiges. Ich meine, ich schätze, da vorne zum Beispiel ein Haus. Also kann man sich vielleicht sogar Häuser kaufen später, in denen man lebt. Telefonzellen, nehme ich an, sind einfach Speicherpunkte. Das da. Und hier ist das Polizeirevier, wo wir auch hin sollen.
That's one fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Das ist der Typ, der so geweint hat in der ersten Szene. Da stand er hinter einer Bar. Also es hat so irgendwie so ausgeschaut, als hätte er, als würde ihm die Bar gehören. Und da hat er geweint und die andere Frau hat ihn nicht,
Pleasure to
also
meet you,
hat
Agent
nicht
Morgan.
mitgemacht in
We've been
seiner
expecting
Trauer.
you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
Der Thomas.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job. Well, I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay.
Let me know when things are ready.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
Okay, ich soll hier hinten irgendwo rein. Kitchen. Die Küche, nö, in die Küche muss ich nicht unbedingt. Hier kann ich speichern. Okay, aber das werde ich jetzt schon machen. Hier einmal speichern. Ja. Denn ich werde hier jetzt für mich eine kleine Pause machen. Und das nächste Mal hier weiterschauen. Und ich bin schon auf Annas Akten gespannt, was da drin steht. Wer sie so zugerichtet hat, wer sie auf dem Baum da aufgehängt hat, werden wir ja noch rausfinden, aber wir können erstmal sehen, was genau, wie sie aufgefunden wurde, was für Wunden sie hatte und so weiter, wer sie war. Und ich bin schon gespannt drauf. Ich hoffe, ihr auch. Also vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.